Hello and welcome back to Seaside Garage. I just got home from a very exciting day and a collection of another project car, which I really didn't need. So the thing is, I was asked by the local Citroen club if I wanted to show my garage and my work and my collection. And of course I said yes. And I had a great day showing my layer of old weird Citroens. It was really fun to show those cars to some people who actually were interested in all the weird details in them. Normally people are interested in the collection, but maybe not specifically in the engineering and stuff like that. And I think it's very interesting to talk about. So it was nice to not just talk inside my head all the time, but actually talking with a bunch of people who were interested in that kind of stuff. But after showing around in that collection, talking about how many projects I had and how little time I had to fix them, one of the guys came up to me and asked me if I wanted to buy another project. And I looked at him and then I started to form the words, no, I don't have enough time for my projects. I already have enough projects. Trying to form those words, and then it just came out, yes, I would like another project, and it sounds amazing. And it really is an amazing, fun project, and it was just hard to say no to. And of course it happened. It's a Citroen BX, and I will tell you more about it when driving it. My plan for today were to drive to the place. It's not that far away from here. Then the plan was to rent a trailer and then use the owner of the project car, the previous owner now, car to pull it back home. He was driving a wonderful Citroen CX, but when we got to the rental place, it turned out it was a gigantic trailer. They changed the trailer. Last time I used them, it was a pretty small one. Now it's a really big one. And I think the empty weight was 700 kilos, and there was just no chance to put that car on the trailer and drive it home without breaking the law quite badly. So we decided to abandon that plan. And then I took a look at the car. It was actually without headlights and bumpers and so on, but it was supposed to run. And after doing a bit of an inspection on it, I decided that it wouldn't be completely crazy to try to drive it home. And after fitting all the lighting and making sure all of that stuff was working, I decided to fire it up to see if the plan was completely hopeless. It's been off the road for many years, but it seems to be quite healthy. And Klaus, the owner of it, had moved it a few weeks back, so it hasn't been standing in the field for 10 years. It's been standing inside in dry storage. So it fired up, it even raised up, and I decided to give it a go and drive it home. But before that, I had a quite serious issue because it was pouring down today. There was so much rain and so much wind, and the windscreen wiper was stuck. So the first issue on the journey home was getting that to work. And by turning it on and then just manually swinging the wiper blade from side to side, we got it to move a little bit, and we oiled up the axle down there, and slowly it started to actually move under its own power. And I started driving, only to find out a couple of meters down the road that the wiper blade was completely missing. So it wasn't really wiping anything, it was just smearing the water all over the place. So I jumped out of the car and went to the rear wiper, took the blade off that and put that on the front. And then I had a working wiper system, and I could drive it home. And here is the rest of the journey back home. So I'm driving home in my new to me Citroen BX 1.4. Absolutely the most basic, I think, pretty much the most basic Citroen BX that you could get. The plan for today was actually not really making any videos, because I was just supposed to pick this up with a trailer together with the previous owner who offered to help me get it home. but it turned out that the trailer was way too big for the car that was going to tow it. A Citroen CX, by the way, very cool. Therefore, in the end, I decided to just fit all the missing pieces, lights and so on, and check that everything is alright, brakes and so on, and it's not perfect, but it's alright to drive it home, I think. So that is what I have opted for, and I'm currently driving it home. Everything is decent so far. It is feelable that it hasn't driven for a lot of years, but it is driving. So I'm not complaining, at least so far. I'm trying to let everyone pass because I don't want to drive it above 50 because the tires are not great. And a puncture would be a bit of a problem because it's very rainy. I do have a spare tire, I do have a jack that works, but I just hope that I can get it home. It's not very far, by the way, using this. So I'm just going to concentrate on driving for a bit and then take you back a bit later. I just had a very loud snap in the car and I don't really know what that was. Could just be a stone, but in a car unknown to me it's a bit scary, so I have to just check that everything is alright. Be back. I believe it was just some spare parts that was moving around in the trunk because there was a lot of them back there. So I'm just going to continue driving and put you up somewhere else. You might see that I struggle with the steering wheel a little bit. That's because this BX is so very basic. It doesn't even have servo, which is a bit surprising. I actually thought all of them had that because of the hydraulic pump and the hydraulic suspension and so on. But nope, this one does not have it. This is the very basic 1.4 edition, which is quite interesting, to be honest. So I'm at my max speed now, 50 kilometers per hour. I'm not going to go faster than this currently because of the tires. But it feels pretty decent. I have a bit of a wobble, but I think that's the tires again. The engine sounds fine and it actually feels a bit oomphy, which is a bit surprising considering it's a 1.4, but it's also a pretty light car, so I don't think the 72 horsepower is going to feel too bad after all. And I also might add that according to some experts, these engines tends to overperform, and I'm pretty sure the same expert once said that this is the most reliable hydraulic Citroen you could get. I think even with this engine, at least I'm going to say that. If you want a hydraulic Citroen, but want it to be as simple and as reliable as possible, I think this is the one to get, the Citroen BX 1.4 with the TU engine. This is gonna be a very nice daily driver for someone, that's for sure. Someone who likes a bit of quirkiness, but still wants a car that can get from A to B without too much drama along the way. I think this is the one to get. Let me just give you the reasons why I picked this up. The color, that was one thing. The price, of course, and the fact that it is very close to my home. I don't have to take it very far, so it's not very complicated to get it back home. And then the big thing, the odometer reads 81,000 kilometers. This is a sub 100,000 kilometer car, which is rare. So I think it was just too big of an opportunity to pass. I'm not even sure I'm gonna keep it. I know I have a very good friend who are looking for a basic Citroen BX project, so he might be interested in this. But I really have not decided what to do because I like it already. I like it a lot. and I think it could be, I'm not gonna keep it forever, I can say that already, but I think it could be fun to fix it and sell it on for a small profit, of course, and also to make someone happy. I think this would be the ideal daily driver for someone who likes for an entry, for pretty much for a entrance level classic car thing for someone young. Maybe that could be cool. This is gonna be a pretty cheap running classic car, that's for sure. Unfortunately, I have a feeling that I have a puncture now, which is not great. Oh, it feels so weird having to struggle with the steering on a hydraulic Citroen. Nope, no puncture. I was just being nervous. I got very low pressure in the tires because they don't look great. Remember, my plans wasn't really to drive this home. My plans was to put it on a trailer. But nothing apart from the tires are actually that bad. I should have bought some tires, that would have been nice, but there is not a long way to go still. I'm almost home. I think I will manage. It's so basic that I don't even have a temperature gauge, so I have no idea if I'm overheating, or well, I do have that because there is a temperature warning, but I don't know how hot it is. I can see that I'm very low on fuel. I did fill some in, so I do expect to be able to go all the way home. But this car is very basic. I got a speedometer, I got a fuel gauge, I got a clock, and that's it. Do I have a radio? Yeah, there is a radio. I'm gonna give a full tour of this car once I get it home and put it on the lift just to check how bad it is. And then I need to decide whether to save it or pass it on to someone else who can save it. This is now where I'm gonna leave this road. The brakes are feeling really nice, of course, otherwise I wouldn't drive it, but they are feeling nicer than nice. They feel like they feel like they would pass an MOT in braking force and straightness and all that. I think they are just fine. So that's, of course, nice to know, driving it home on the road. So as mentioned, I wasn't really supposed to buy more projects. I did it anyway, and then it turned out that the guy had a very interesting collection. He had an SM. That's something just to see one of those. A Citroen Mehari, a Citroen DS, Citroen CX, his daily driver, by the way. Very cool one. No, it's not my old. It just looks very much like it. The big problem about seeing that collection is that he had a Citroen XM, a basic Citroen XM, the most basic one you could get. No Diravi steering, the smallest engine, a 2.0 enlarged TU engine pretty much. It was in very nice condition, and it was cheap. So I have a problem there because I probably could be interested in buying that one also. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's got some pulling power. Impressive. Oh, remember the old. The oil is very old. I really should have changed that, but it looked fine. The level was fine. So be it. It's gonna drive home. It's gonna get a good service. I need to change the cam belt. I need to change the oil filter. I need to give it an overall good service, but everything seems healthy. It's gonna be rust that is going to be the biggest issue, and I don't think it's going to be that bad either. So I think I just need to fix it. Oh yeah, and it got a very bad dent on the front right wing. I think the only way to fix that is to find another wing, at least for the front part, and weld that on. But a complete new wing, rust-free, would be nice to find and then paint it. I really like the color of this car, so it could be nice to do a color match that is all right, because I think this is gonna sell on the color and the mechanical condition, that's for sure. This car is missing the entire back box of the exhaust system, but honestly, it sounds just fine with one. Oh, it sounds a bit meaty. Of course, it will be more silent without it, but it's not very loud. The engine, by the way, is the same engine as in the Citroen BX Sport that I drove a couple of weeks back, with dual Weber's or Solex carburetors. This is a monopoint injection edition of that engine, but it's a very nice little engine, very revvy. I like that. So it's a bit later and I'm almost home. The car has been driving without any issues. A bit of a dragging noise in the rear. I'm pretty sure it's related with something that is touching the brake shield. Could be a simple fix. The brake seems fine. It brakes like a hydraulic Citroen does, very firmly and hard, pretty straight. I don't have much to complain about in here, to be honest. It's gonna be easy to fix the mechanical bits of this car, I think. Probably some famous last words, but I really think so. It got some rust issues. I've seen some of them. I haven't seen the car underneath, so I don't know how bad it is down there. But there is some rust at the wheel arch where the door shuts in the rear. It's a normal place. It doesn't seem to have any at the door hinges up front, which is a common place normally. So I think this is in pretty decent shape, actually. I don't think it will take a lot of welding to get it back into MOT-able standard, at least. So that's pretty nice. So I think a couple of days with a welder, 4 new tires, a bit of painting, a new front wing for the front ride, and a general thorough service. And then and then I think this car is ready to go. The garage is right down there. The car made it. Even if it breaks down now, it will be able to roll the rest of the way, so it made it. The next video on this one will be a condition check on the rust and the exterior and all that. And then I need to decide whether to pass it on to my mate who is looking for one, or just fix it up and sell it. I don't know yet. I like it, but I always like a new project. So yeah, we're just gonna have to see. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.